Harsono, for more than 30 years, your work very much focused on the socio-political commentary within Indonesia, and then it suddenly shifted to the self. Why was this?
Yes. After riot in May 1998, so the political situation in Indonesia was changed. During the Suharto era, it's looked like that no one can speak free to criticize the government and anything. But after 1998, so everything changed. In the TV, we can see the people can criticize the government, and also in the newspaper. So I'm thinking that if everything changed, so I'm thinking that I must think again about my work and what kind of work that I want to do, because everything was changed. I still follow or continue criticize the government or talk about the social and politics, or I will change my subject in my artwork. And then when I'm thinking about that, so suddenly I have a question about myself, who I am, why I'm thinking that I'm to talk about the social and political issues in Indonesia. So when I'm questioning myself, who I am, so I found a big question about myself. I'm Indonesian, but I'm also Chinese. So I'm questioning about my identity, about what kind of culture that I know. I know a lot about Chinese culture or not. And then I found that I don't know any more about the Chinese culture. Also about the Indonesian, like the Japanese, because I live in Java. So it's that I know a lot about the Japanese culture. And then I found that I don't know a lot about the Japanese culture. So that's a big question about my identity. And then I'm starting to focusing on myself, on my identity about, I'm a Chinese Indonesian, but I don't know about the Indonesian. I don't know also about the Chinese. And so I'm questioning a lot about my identity. So from that time, I thinking about a lot about myself.
Since early 2000, your work has very much looked at the self-image and developed over this time, looking at different series. Can you talk about different works that you have developed during this period?
Yes. At the first time, when I'm questioning about my identity, so I feel that there's a big question that I cannot answer completely, or because if I found one answer, so suddenly I found another question. Like when I found, oh yes, I'm Indonesia, I'm Chinese, but it's the truth, and then come another question, and then I always criticize myself, criticize my identity, and then I found about the Chinese condition in Indonesia, in cultural, political, and social. So I found about the discrimination. A lot of Chinese in every period got discrimination. And then I talk about the discrimination, about how we are as a person, we are as a human got the discrimination. It's look like that I always, the people who always get the discrimination, it's look like that they always got the pain in their daily life. And then I'm talking about the discrimination, about the pain. And I'm using a needle and also a butterfly as a metaphor of a pain. And after that, so I'm also questioning about my history, the history of myself, is the history of my parent. And then I found about my name, my Chinese name, and that's very interesting because until this time, and then I tried to dig and to develop my identity on my history. Yeah.
There are two photo etchings included in the exhibition. The first one, Open Your Mouth. Can you talk about this work?
Yes. That image is the first time I want to show about the situation at the time, because a lot of people can talk, can speak. So it looks like that everyone open their mouth. And then I just sarcastic to say that open your mouth, open your, everybody can open their mouth. And then that's at one side. At the other side, I try to using my face to express or to identify myself, also the other people. If I'm thinking that I want to express myself, it doesn't matter I use my face. But if I want to edit to show the other people, so maybe I must to deconstruct my face. So I'm try to using the computer to deconstruct my face, to pull out my eyes and also to pull out inside my mouth. Yeah, so it's look like that there is a blank behind my eyes and also in my mouth.
You've included in Open Your Mouth quite a few symbols and words. Can you talk about this usage?
Yes, that symbol is I use a dog who barking, and we have a word, even the dog barking. So the person just go away. So it's look like that. Don't pay attention to the dog barking. Just go out. And then also I show the lotus. Yeah, that's very important for the Chinese people. Then Chinese culture, mostly the Chinese religion, lotus symbol. So I use lotus and also the text to show that don't care with the another voice. Just go away with your thinking, with your ideology or something like that. Mm-hmm.
The second work included in the exhibition, My Body as a Field. Can you talk about this work?
Yes. When I'm thinking about myself, I found that, I already make an artwork for nearly from 1975 until it's about 30 years. And then I'm thinking that, I've got a lot of things to develop the artwork from my myself, from my engagement with the social politics. So I'm thinking that a lot of things that I have done is very important for myself, for my family, also for my society. So then I'm thinking that, maybe now I'm starting to think about myself. And then I found that, myself, it's look like I look like a field, or look like a land that the people can plant anything. And I can plant a plantation, and then someone can harvest the fruit or anything from my bodies. So I use my bodies look like a land to plant anything that the people can get the fruit or anything from the plant that the plantation that I've planted in my body. Yeah, that's symbolized from myself.
Right. And in the work, My Body as a Field, you are in a specific position. Why were you in this position, and is it related very much to the theme of that work?
Yeah, that position is look like that we if someone want to pray or how I can say, yeah, it's look like that if to give to the God. So it's look like this one. This look like the position of everything that I have. I will give it to you, all of you, something like that. Yeah. So that's yeah, the position of maybe that's true. The most position of surrender. Yeah. Give. Yeah.
You've used the self-image for now over a decade. Can you talk about your recent works and if you think that you'll continue using the self-image?
Yes, I think I still will using my own image because yeah, when I talk about myself, about my individual problem, it doesn't mean that I just only talk about myself, because the problem, even the problem of talking about myself, but that's also reflecting the other people's problem. Like when I said about my problem with discrimination, that's not just only me who got the discrimination in Indonesia, but also the other Chinese people also get the discrimination in Indonesia. So that's my problem. Even there is a very individual problem that's reflecting the social problem also, because a lot of Chinese in Indonesia also get the same problem, like discrimination, also like yeah, about the name. A lot of people in Indonesia change their name from the Chinese name into Indonesian name. Yeah.
So why in those early years did names have to change from Chinese names into Indonesian names?
Yeah, at 1967, so the government make a law that all of the Chinese who, if they are become Indonesian citizen, so they must change their name to make the government can identify they are Chinese Indonesian, because in Indonesia there is also a Chinese who are still using their Chinese citizen. At the first time, I think that's good, because to indicate that this is Chinese, but they are become Indonesia. But after that, so all of the local government to force the Chinese people to change their name. So it's mean that this is yeah, we call it pelanggaran hak asasi manusia, and this is not true. And after that, so during my research, I found some Chinese people just only change their name because administration. So I must to change my name because I must to continue my study. I must to continue my business. So I changed their name. But in their daily life, they're still using the Chinese name in their family. So this is also very interesting. It means that this is there has a problem with the name in their daily life, in their culture. So this is why I focusing in that theme.
Did this also happen to your family personally?
Yes. I changed my name into from my Chinese name. My Chinese name is Ohong Bun, and then I changed into Harsono. But because I'm a Catholic, so I using Etchings. Etchings is Francis Xavier, and my mother chose that name to me. But Harsono, I choose by myself, because my mother and my father, it's look like that they don't care with the change name. So because I realized that I must to continue my study into the university, so I must change then my name. And then I try to find what the good name. And then I come to one person. He is a Chinese, but he studied in the Japanese culture in a university in Kajamada. And then I met with him and I asked what a good name. I gave some name, and then okay, I choose this name Harsono, because Harsono is mean that a happy man. So I choose that name. Yeah.